All right, here we go. We're back. We're post narrating spoiled footage. I did actually find out what was wrong with the video, so you can expect better quality video in the next episode. I think it's probably important. Listen, if I hadn't accomplished anything in these episodes and had just been like blindly wandering around for 40 minutes each, I mean that would have been an easy decision for me. I would have just like cut that whole thing out and we would be done. But unfortunately, I did accomplish something, so I felt the need to try and salvage these episodes. It sucks. The whole thing sucks. It's fine. Let's talk about Sonic some more. It's fine. So the reason I think that Sonic is a better candidate as a movie protagonist than Mario is because I think that Sonic just overall has more character. He always has, I think. Hold on a second. Okay, sorry about that. He always has, I think. Like, think about the roots of both characters. Even now, I mean, I think the most that Mario has to say for himself outside of "It's a me" is he's got to go save the princess, right? Give me 1 second. But he really doesn't. He doesn't have much to say for himself. Like, I know that there have been cartoons and also movies on him, and so there's been a lot of fabricated character for Mario, pizza, pasta, whatever, meatballs, yeah. But like, is that canon? Is it canon? Is he from Brooklyn? Is he really? I don't think he is anymore. He's an amalgamation of like various stereotypes at this point, and but he basically hasn't really got any agency. Like Luigi has more agency than Mario because at least Luigi kind of wants things, and kind of he's got some flaws as a character. He is not infallible. Mario is basically a god. Like, he is completely like morally correct at all times. Like, he never falters in any way. He always succeeds in his goals. These are not necessarily bad things for a video game character, but when you're talking about a story, I mean, it's good to have something interesting going on. I think Luigi is actually more interesting in some ways because he has to actually kind of face some conflict a little bit. There's definitely more story in like one Luigi's Mansion game than there is like most Super Mario games. And I don't think that's a flaw of Super Mario games. I think they're just self-aware in the fact that Super Mario games are are kind of arcade games. Like, Super Mario originally was an arcade game. Hey, here's the boss. Let's not spoil this with talk of what protagonist talk. So this is a really cool boss. It's also super frantic. Like, I definitely I used this potion right away because I could not handle how much was going on the screen. I do eventually kind of figure things out. I think I die at least once though. Spoilers, sorry. This is a really cool boss. I love like all of the bosses in this game so far. I think that they're all really fun. But I haven't fought them all yet. Just this guy. Well, and whatever the boss was in the aqueduct. But yeah, this guy is a lot. The snakes and also him make for a lot of things to keep an eye on at the same time. But now that you've seen the boss and you've seen what he's all about, and you can see me trying really hard to make use of the gunslinger abilities, I'll continue on my soapbox about Mario. Sonic, I mean, Sonic's a little bit weird when you think about it. Even like consider like Sonic 1. What do we really know about Sonic? Is Mobius even a thing in the first Sonic? Is it? we know about Dr. Eggman and the Chaos Emeralds. Those things are all canon from the very first Sonic game. There really isn't any question about it. So like Sonic's gotta, like, what is he doing? He's trying to defeat Eggman because Eggman's turning all of his animal forest friends into robots. Like already, like, it doesn't need to be said that Sonic is a little bit darker than Mario, and that is intentional. That has always been intentional. That's been like a direct choice. Like, well, people are sick of, Mario and his like goody two shoes attitude, so we need something with a little bit more flavor. Hence Sonic comes in with his this weird villain that wants to turn all of his forest friends into robots for some reason. But then also the fact that there's like, I guess it's similar to Mario in that like there is no, maybe not. There is an ending to Mario, but there really is a lot of fake endings in that you think it's over until you get to the very end. But they took it to the next level where it's like, well, you beat the game, but you also had to collect the emeralds. And now the actual ending will happen. Which, I don't know what that says about Sonic in terms of them as a character. Is it saying that he is not infallible? I don't know. Conceptually, the Chaos Emeralds are strange, aren't they? Really think about them. Like, what is it saying about Sonic? Is he saying that he's not strong enough to defeat Robotnik without them? Is it saying, like, where do they come from? What's it all about? I don't know if I'm smart enough to try and do like mental backflips to figure out what the emeralds mean for Sonic. I think it's just I think wasn't the Sonic director was originally actually inspired by Dragon Ball Z, but I can't really say that. I mean, the visual comparisons are there, very apparent, but I don't know if that's necessarily true. There's a lot of weird things going on with Sonic. Like, the soundtrack made, like, at least for Sonic 3, was it not made by Michael Jackson? There's so many weird things about Sonic. He is always had shaky footing in terms of his own agency, and the agency changes all of the time. Like, there's at least 2 different Sonic shows that are very different. I mean, Sonic Underground need not be spoken about. I don't even know like what canon that is, because that's a whole thing. And then you have the Archie comics. So like altogether, Sonic has had so much agency compared to Mario, for better or for worse. Because the thing is a lot of people will say, well, Sonic is not a good candidate for a hero or a protagonist because he is so weird, and just look at that fan base and all of those characters. And it's like, yeah, that's true. But the thing is you can really pick and choose. I think the fact that the Sonic universe is so fractured, and there are so many different pools to pick from, to cherry pick from, you don't have to really respect most or any of them in a way. I think it's really just all in how you execute the visuals. And I think that is, my point is made, is underlined by the fact that the number one thing that people hated about the Sonic trailer was how Sonic looked. Everything else was pretty much fine. And proof in the pudding, they changed the way Sonic looked. And altogether, not much else. Like, Jim Carrey's still doing the Jim Carrey thing. And, everything more or less remains the same. There are definitely some... Oh, there! I finally figured out you can jump off the tower. There are definitely some extra characterisms that they've added to flesh Sonic out a little bit. But, like, most of it was execution. And, I think that is... There is something to be said that, respect for the concept is maybe more important than the source material in this case, because I don't think most people really care, other than the fanatic of about the source material for Sonic, because there are so many different source materials. Like, yep, please take your pick. Which Sonic are we respecting exactly? The one from Sonic Underground, the one from the Archie comics, or the one from the video games? And it looks like in Sonic 2, the movie, they're probably doing a little bit of all of it, but it looks like more like the video games. And then there's Sonic Adventure, and that's a whole other thing. Really, it is. You can't tell me that the Sonic from the Sega Genesis games is the same Sonic as this in Sonic Adventure. And then there's Sonic Heroes. Anyway, I saw the video game awards. It was pretty good. I'm really looking forward to Elden Ring. Like, really looking, like, can't wait. I actually have an extra special series in the chamber ready soon. It's very soon. But I won't spoil that. But I've been feeling the Dark Souls like itch, and I wanted to do a series for the channel. This won't become a Dark Souls channel, but I do want to get some Soul stuff on here. You know, over time, as much as this is a Caves of Cud channel, I do want my other interests and my other, you know, other games that I care about to end up on here, because, you know, I know that the Caves of Cud community is pretty robust for a traditional roguelike game. It's as far as for traditional roguelike speaking, it's a very robust community. I you know, and I'm not saying, hey, I want to broaden our horizons and, you know, I want the Roblox community. I want the Roblox. I want them Robux monies. I'm not saying that. I'm saying I want to. This is ultimately this is a channel, for me, to enjoy myself, and I mean, hopefully you enjoy me, and I will of course pick and choose the things that I know that people will enjoy more. So it's like, you know, overwhelmingly people are like, I came here for Cud, so I want Cud. I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. I will try to keep you happy, because I also really enjoy Cud. I'm enjoying it more than ever, honestly. So I will try to make sure there is always Cud content on here. And I know, you know, despite recent, you know, statements on the contrary, that I know people don't like MMO content unless they're looking at an MMO channel, and I will keep that promise. There will be no more Guild Wars and no more MMO content for the channel, but I want more. I want to do more. I don't want to just do Cud, and you know, like I like to do the Let's Try series is one of my favorites. I actually want to get back to doing sock pop videos as well. Those have been kind of shafted a little bit, but you know, I got a lot of balls in the air right now, including Fight Night, and I'm enjoying this game, so I want to finish it. But anyway, what all this really means is, I guess I wouldn't say backpedaling, but sandbagging in a way, because it's like, well, what are you saying? I'm just worried that when I bring things up like, hey, I want to do some Dark Souls content for the channel, people are gonna be like, oh, here we go. You know, this every time they pull you in with Cud and then they turn it into a Dark Souls. How many times have people done that? I really want to know. But anyway, it's not Dark Souls, so it doesn't count. I won't be playing Dark Souls on the channel. I've played enough specifically Dark Souls that I don't really want to do specifically Dark Souls for the channel. I want to do Dark Souls-like, and I will be covering Elden Ring for this channel. I will be playing that. Spoilers. That will be a series on here. I hope you'll join me. I hope you will enjoy that and enjoy my suffering. Because as much as I do enjoy the Souls games, I definitely have a tenuous relationship with them. I tend to get lost a lot. So that will be fun, I'm sure. Um, all of this is to say, really, you know, Souls stuff coming to the channel. But hey, Game Awards. What was it? What that one? It Takes Two. I think that's fine. I don't think it matters. Who cares? Like, what does it matter? The Game Awards in general are absolute BS. Anyone who cares that one game got an award over another one, I honestly, this is gonna sound bad, but I feel bad that you feel bad, because what a thing to invest yourself in. This is sounding really like critical of people, but I'm like, for real, why do you care? Why do you care? The whole thing is like a joke. Like, the whole thing, better people than me have said it's basically one big advertisement. And that's true. And you know what? I enjoy an advertisement. Just look at my channel. It is the advertising channel now. Remember, you're watching the content for the advertisements. So I'm all for advertisements, and I enjoy them. But like, why do we care what game the advertisements say is the best game of the year? Certainly, I didn't play It Takes Two, so certainly it wasn't my game of the year. I wanted to do a video that was like, you know what, my picks for 2021. I do kind of want to do that, and maybe I will still do that. Because ultimately, if it doesn't matter what the Game Awards thinks is the best game of 2021, it also doesn't matter what I think was the best game for 2021, which means that I can do it. And who cares? It doesn't matter. It absolutely 100% doesn't matter. And you can say I'm wrong, but really, who cares? It doesn't matter. What was your pick for 2021 as the best game of the year? I played quite a few games in 2021. None of them were on the list for Best Game Award. None of them. I don't think a single one. Honestly, I mean, like, I'm not going to disturb the video, but let's have a look. Maybe I can do this right now. Why not? Best Games 2021. Okay, we got Halo, didn't play it. Resident Evil Village, didn't play it. Hitman 3, didn't play it. Ratchet & Clank, didn't play it. Deathloop, didn't play it. Monster Hunter Rise, didn't play it. It Takes Two, didn't play it. Psychonauts 2, didn't play it. Returnal, didn't play it. Metroid Dread, didn't play it. Forza, Mass Effect, didn't play it. Didn't play Forza, by the way. Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. I played that one. I did not finish it. Life is Strange, didn't play it. Didn't play the original one either. Scarlet Nexus, didn't play it. Guardians of the Galaxy, didn't play it. Far Cry 6, didn't play it. Death's Door, didn't play it. Chicory, didn't play it. Wanted to play that one. Kena, didn't play it. Valheim, I played that one. I like Valheim. I like it okay. Maybe I should talk about that later. Loop Hero, I played that one as well. I did not finish it. It is kind of a grind. It's like surprisingly grindy. I thought that I was kind of playing an RPG-ish thing, but it's almost puzzly. I don't know how to put it. It's a hard game, and it's also quite grindy, is my take. But I did like it. I might even get back into it. Tales of Arise, didn't play it. Pokemon Snap, didn't play it. Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy, definitive edition. You know what? When that whole debacle was coming out, this will tell you my thought process. Sometimes for this channel, what I would like to do, because I am a little bit cynical, is while that whole thing was happening, I kind of wanted to do a San Andreas series with the original version, just as a big old FU. But I didn't. I decided not to. Knockout City, didn't play it. Medium, that looked interesting. I didn't play it though. The Forgotten City, that looks interesting as well. Didn't play it. Nier, didn't play it. Is this 2021? Really? These are all 2021, huh? Back 4 Blood, didn't play that one. Battlefield 2042, didn't play that one. Unpacking, didn't play that one. Wilder Myth, I did play that one. I actually bought it and did like a little series for it. And then I realized I didn't actually enjoy it that much. That is to say, I wasn't willing to make the commitment to playing a game like that for the channel. So I did actually end up refunding it. And if I refund a game, I try not to put anything on YouTube for it because I don't think that's very nice to like make content for YouTube and then also not have bought the game. That's not very good. Bravely Default 2, didn't play it. Shin Megami Tensei, the 5th. Someone's gonna get very angry for me, and honestly, I deserved. Didn't play that one. Didn't play these 5 games. Outriders. I kind of wanted to play Outriders, but then it came out, and then I saw that it was not getting great reviews, so I didn't play it. Eastward. I really kind of do want to play that one. That one looks like fun, but I didn't play it. I didn't play a lot of games, huh? I thought I did. I thought I played a lot of games, but I'm realizing now that actually I didn't. Call of Duty Vanguard, didn't play it. Ghosts and Goblins, Solar Ash. There's a lot of games. A lot of games came out in 2021. I just spilt tea all over me. Oh well. It's a weird thing. So what were my games? I mean, I could do a video, but why bother? Let's do it now. Why not? Well, I didn't play any of these games, so what basis can I even draw from? By the way, I know I beat the boss and we're in the next area. Enjoy that. I'm on this now. Sorry if you came for me talking about Fight Night. Sorry, that's not happening now. Now we're talking about my game choices for 2021. Can I arrange my Steam list by date released? I can go by a recent, but that would not work because of recent things. Hard to explain why. Well, I played a lot of sock pop games. I guess I could just look at my YouTube channel, huh? Because if I played something a lot, I probably put it on YouTube. I want to just say Inscription would be my game of the year. That's kind of what... Oh, I mean, okay, it's not out yet, but I really liked Potion Craft. I'm really looking forward to that getting finished, so that's probably not fair for 2021. I really liked XO1. I think XO1 was really excellent. That was a really, really good game. Next Space Rebels, it's okay. I liked it. I didn't expect a lot from that, and I got... Oh, Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Eye. I think that would probably be my pick. I don't know, it's between that and Inscription, if I'm being honest. I think that Inscription is a better game. I think that Echoes of the Eye is a better narrative. So take that for what it's worth. I don't know how to correctly, I guess, tier those. They're kind of on the same level. I really enjoyed Inscription. Inscription was such a worthwhile experience. So like it from beginning to end, I enjoyed it. Execution 10 out of 10. Like the music, the visual style, the twists and turns in the story, everything about it. So good. Excellent. Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Eye. I had my gripes with it, I'll be honest, but I realized later, or I found out later, that my gripes were unfounded. That there were ways to beat the things in question that I didn't really, that I wasn't seeing. So, you know, it is what it is. Okay, hold on, let's see here. Anything else? What else did I play? Into the Pit. Into the Pit was okay. I thought it was fine. I liked it. I just didn't love it. I don't think I would pick it up. I think the demos are fair game for doing content on. Signal State, that was pretty good. I think I will end up buying Signal State, but I don't know. It's like Zachtronic-esque games, or Zach-likes, are kind of a huge ask. They're a huge commitment because you are basically signing yourself up to not finish a game. That is my opinion, because I'm not smart enough to finish those games. They are really, really difficult. At a certain point, they get so difficult that I don't know what I'm doing anymore. So Jupiter Hell technically came out in 2021. I think that is definitely up there. Best roguelike of 2021, Jupiter Hell. I think that's fair. Jupiter Hell was really good. I am gonna come back to Jupiter Hell. I know that a few people were asking about that. Would like to see more Jupiter Hell. I will do that. It's on the list. There's a lot of things on the list. I have to kind of maintain a balance of games I want to do and games I have to do. And that's a weird thing, isn't it? What do I mean by have to do? I mean games that have just come out that I know I want to play. And so if I'm going to play them, I should do content for them immediately. Because the quicker I get content out for them, the more relevant they are, and therefore the more likely people are to discover my channel. Yes, there is a bit of pragmatism behind my content. I'm sure that surprises nobody, because everyone has to consider the kind of content they put on YouTube. But it might surprise you to think, or hear that I don't like being pragmatic about my content. I'd rather just do content I enjoy doing. I guess that's what I'm doing, but I guess I'm being pragmatic about the kind of content I want to do, because there's plenty of stuff I want to do, but there's certain things I don't want to do as much that I do because I know that they will succeed more. What a weird sentence. I guess what I mean is I prioritize content I think will do better to content I would, I really want to do. Like, for instance, I would really like to do a Grimrock series, but I know that probably will not satisfy a lot of people. It might satisfy some people, and that's why I always ask, hey, if this is something you'd be interested in, please let me know. And then I know that you want it, and then it ends up higher on the priority list of like, hey, at least I know there are people passionate enough about this kind of content that I can do it without feeling like I'm going to be alienating people. There's a lot of thought put into a lot of this. Oh, Binding of Isaac, Repentance. That came out in 2022. I have put surprisingly little time into Binding of Isaac, Repentance. And I think that's kind of a crime. Binding of Isaac has and was one of my favorite games. And I even went to such extremes as like 100%ing. I know for some people that's not going to seem like an extreme, but 100%ing the game before Repentance came out, because I wanted to, I wanted to be ready. I wanted a clean slate ready for Repentance. And then I just I don't know. I think I'm Isaac'd out. It's been a lot of years of Isaac. I'm honestly way more excited for Mugenics, which has been a long time coming from Edmund McMillan. Really looking forward to that. I know he's working on other games. I'm honestly excited for anything that Edmund does. I'm a huge fan and will always play whatever Edmund does, because all of his stuff is just always worthwhile. It's just got a ton of thought put behind it. But 2021, let's see. Spelunky 2. Did that come out in 2022, or did it come out in 2020 and then I decided to do the series in 2021? I think it came out in 2020. Well, my first Caves of Cud series was coming out as late as 2021. And then I took a long break from Cud. And you know what? Thank you for those who stuck around, hoping I would do another series, and then finally I got their wish. Thank you for that. Like, I do have to take some risks occasionally on the channel, and you have to no, how do I even put this? No one is under the impression that I am not doing videos for YouTube with some hope of it becoming some form of income, right? Of course. Like, that's always the hope. If anyone does anything for YouTube, that there's always the hope, hey, maybe I can turn this into something, a form of income, or a form of paying the bills. But I can't work exclusively like that. It's impossible. I've tried really hard. I cannot work creatively with the intention solely of making money, because it completely sucks any and all motivation from me to work on that thing. I don't know what it is. I'm not financially motivated. But if I can pay the bills with content I enjoy doing, that's the dream, right? So I guess I produce the kind of content I enjoy producing, knowing full well that it's probably not going to be as popular as other kind of content I could be making. Like I could turn this channel into the traditional roguelike or roguelike tutorial channel, for instance. I could be like, okay, here's top 10 things you should know about Tales of Magiel. 10 things you should know. And, as much as the traditional roguelike community is fairly niche, that would absolutely accelerate me forward. There's no question. People would be excited for stuff like that. And I should probably do stuff like that. But it's like, listen, I love Cud a lot. And that's why I'm willing to put in that time. I like Tome. I like other traditional roguelikes, but it's difficult to justify the amount of hours it takes to do those tutorials. I'm not an editor. I did it completely out of love for the game, not for any other reason. Hopefully because I could get a few more people into the game, but not like, I don't know how to even put it, but it's like, no, I can't just like start producing a ton of tutorial videos, because that would just suck the life out of me. I should probably get better editing software, and maybe that would help. But is that not just another excuse? Maybe I just don't like editing. That's my theory. And I guess someone's gonna ask, is that why it's taking so long for the tutorial to be done? Partially, probably, but like more like, no, it's just a lot of time spent, and I gotta balance working on that and making sure there's something going up on the channel so that I don't lose momentum. And because I don't want to lose momentum as a person who creates content. If I stop, then I might get bored, and that would be bad, because then I wouldn't continue. Or worse yet, if I stopped, then I might get, kind of alienate myself from it as a hobby. It's weird. There's a lot of strange things happening, and a lot of them are difficult to explain. And I'm sure they're very unrelatable as well. I guess, hey, if you can put it in the perspective of a hobby, or like, say, a new skill that you want to take up, say, for instance, baking in, 2020 pandemic, and you're like, I want to learn how to make bread. I'm going to buy flour, and I'm going to buy yeast, and I'm gonna buy all this stuff, and I'm gonna make the tastiest bread you'll ever have. And then you make a loaf and it's bad, and then you make another loaf and it's better, and then you make another loaf and it's maybe better, and then you make another loaf and maybe it's okay and it's good, and then you finally make a loaf and it's good, like you are happy, and then you're like, I did it. And then you're like, now I know how to make a good loaf of bread, and now I rest. And you don't make a loaf for a while because you're like, a lot of the motivation was in learning how to make the loaf, not necessarily in making good bread, because truth be told, that's how a lot of kneading go. Oh man, you really gotta sit here and like squish this ball for how long? Well, the more you knead it, the better the bread will taste. Well, that sounds like a lot of kneading, actually. Okay, I'm gonna knead the bread now, and then you sit and you knead for 20 minutes, and you're like, hi, I could have gone in the corner store by now and bought some bread, but I decided to make it instead, and I'm happy with my life choices. So you make the bread, and maybe you're happy, and it's certainly when the bread comes out of the oven, you're very happy because you're like, yes, it was all worth it. But was it? Was it worth it? Sure. I mean, I'm sure a lot of people would say yes, it was. But for the point, the 10% of people who know exactly what I'm talking about, well, I guess it was worth it, but certainly I'll do it every once in a while, so you don't do it for a while. And then you just never do it again, because all motivation is gone. But anyway, Inscription and Echoes of the Eye, my picks for games of the year. I guess Fight Night came out 2021. We're still in it, aren't we? I never understood how that worked. Is a game, is a game or a movie that comes out near the end of a year still good for, as a candidate? I guess I know that's true for the Oscars, because like a lot of the, to put it bluntly, Oscar bait that comes out, it comes out near the end of the year, because they're like, not only is this movie going to be fresh in people's minds, but people are acting so much in this movie. Look at how much acting they're doing. That guy's got water in his eyes. He is acting. And so then they win the Oscar. They win the golden thing. Solid. Happy for you, Adam Driver. Here's another thing we can talk about. I watched The Last Duel, which is probably Oscar bait, to be fair, but I did enjoy it. It's a good movie. I think Ridley Scott's an asshole, but I think he has the ability to make a good movie. I say that as someone who hated Prometheus. You can come at me if you want, but it won't change my mind. I hate that movie. Truly. I will not be public about many of my hatreds, because it's just not worth fighting those battles. I'll pick my hills and I'll die on them, and I will die on the hill. Prometheus was hot garbage. Please don't even bother. You're just wrong. I'm sorry. Oh man, Prometheus. I didn't watch Alien whatever it came afterwards. Anyway, I like Ridley Scott's movies. Not him necessarily, but his movies occasionally. I'll tell you, one of my favorite Ridley Scott movies is actually Robin Hood. A lot of people, that's going to invalidate a lot of people's opinion of me. It's like, well, he liked Robin Hood. I think that's a really good movie. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going to say it. Really good. Just the feeling that movie evokes, that, of a place. It's not just necessarily what's happening in the movie, because I don't think that necessarily matters as much. It's just like it succeeds so much in kind of evoking a place. And I really like that place. I think it's a fun place. It's kind of like just an adventure story in a way, but I like it. It's a lot of fun. I don't know how, like, I know that it got kind of poo-pooed on because it was not historically accurate. It's Robin Hood. I don't know how historically accurate Robin Hood is. I don't even know if he existed. It's like, well, you know what? I won't say that. That will be too spicy. Let me think of a different one. What can I think of that's not spicy? It's like doing a depiction of Prince Siddhartha? No, that's pretty much as spicy. Oh, sure, Prince Siddhartha. I think Prince Siddhartha probably existed. What an absolute disaster this is now. Never mind. Forget I said anything. I mean, ever. Okay. Well, anyway, the video's not over yet. I need a way to transition out of this conversation as quickly as possible. Video game awards. Was there anything else that happened? Oh, The Matrix. I'm really looking forward to The Matrix. And I don't care. I really, truly do not care. The whole thing. Okay, so here's the thing about The Matrix. I really like the Wachowski sisters' work, just in general. They just have consistently made enjoyable movies. Maybe not all of them have been like innovative masterpieces like The Matrix. The first Matrix was accredited as being like a innovative piece of genius, and I think it is. I think it's a great movie. Sure, absolutely, very innovative. I don't think that this necessarily as important as just being fun. I don't know. But I guess what I'm saying is that I liked Matrix 2 and 3. I don't think they're great, but like they're fun. I'll rewatch them. I'll rewatch them again. It's like, yeah, okay, these could have been better, but does that matter that much? Is your feeling of like disappointment, does it cloud your sense of enjoyment? Does it stop you from enjoying those movies, I guess is what I'm saying. Like it's like, okay, well, these were, not great. They let down the series. Yeah, but like what's done is done. Do you actually not like those movies, or do you just think that they're not as good as they could be? Either way, I don't care. They did, they happened, and I'll watch them. So, The Matrix Resurrections. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's gonna be fun. I don't think it really matters. Like, I think doing a sequel is already risky business because it's like, well, how many of these characters died? Who's coming? Lawrence Fishburne isn't coming back. Like Trinity. I can't remember most of these people's names. Keanu Reeves. How many people died? It's doing a sequel with those characters is like, well, what are we saying here? What are we gonna do with this, huh? I don't know yet, so I'm interested. Clearly, the Wachowski sisters thought it would be worth doing, otherwise they would not have done it. Is my take. So I'm interested and I'm looking forward to it. And hey, it's the end of the video, so I hope you liked it. If you did, definitely hit the like button and consider subscribing for more content. I'll see you guys next time. Take it easy.